Hello, welcome back to Marvel Puzzle Quest with me, P.I. McLeod. Look where we're at. Another 25 CP coming up. Whew. 10-pack heroics there on 3062. It's good stuff. Anyways, we're not here to do a whole lot today. I was hoping Electra would drop today, but I mean, I visit the forums, I just don't visit them enough to know exact dates, but it's okay. I have patience. I can just build my legendary token horde for longer until she drops into latest legends. What I do want to do is I only have half a day left before this Crash the Titans expires. So I gotta get this out of the way. So without further ado, Crash the Titans. Speak of the devil, or the devil's very good friend. Anyways, 4-star Electra is our enemy today in this Crash the Titans. Of course, she's cheating. All 5s is very much cheating. You're not allowed to have that, but whatever. It's a computer. They can do what they want. When Electra came on the scene way back in the day as one of the earlier 4-stars. Sorry, that's going to have to wait for a second here. She was one of the ones that she shook up the scene a little bit because she offered a few different things that we weren't used to seeing. One of her skills worked a little differently. The Ballet of Death, the red, it didn't do all the stealing and stuff it does now. That's been a buff since then. But it still did damage per turn. It still it did some. It was good still. At the time, it was still really good. I wouldn't say it was top tier stuff, but it was something that was new to the game. Some sort of trap that like ticks damage every turn. That's not a normal thing for back when this came out. Also, her black shadow step traps, those are really amazing. To be quite honest, the idea that you could just shrug off damage that comes your way and do damage back while doing it, once again, that's a new concept for the game when that came out. And finally, her purple, which did that was very new for the time too, creating enemy tiles, and with the idea of converting already existing enemy tiles to your own as well. And it was such a cheap cost, and it still is actually kind of cheap. She was, I wouldn't say she was meta at the time, but at the same time, she's always been in this one space where if you let her get away with her 3 powers combined, she becomes very hard to take down. She can ignore damage if she gets the AP to get those shadow steps up. She can tick damage every turn against you with her dance, and that dance steals red, black, and purple AP per turn. At least it does nowadays. And that purple, of course, allows you to keep planting really weak strike tiles that when you actually steal them yourself with said purple ability, you make them really, really strong. It makes it sound like I'm just glorifying her, and I know that, but really, I'm not speaking any falsehoods. She's very good, and in a one-on-one situation, she's almost unfair. Because one-on-one, you don't have any teammates to target. If she gets that shadow step out, it's game over. If she gets that Ballet of Death out, she's going to take your AP that you probably need to take her down. I wouldn't say it's unfair, it's just the sort of thing where you better get the upper hand before she does. So, who do we get to fight this fearsome foe with? The lesser version. Why do I say that? Because she's a similar kit. Not the same, but a similar kit. Her black especially. Well, let's go into her to see it. Seeking Redemption is a really good version of her Shadow Step. It's actually better in some ways, but it's still pricey at 9. It puts out a countdown, and as long as it's out there, I'm having it at 5 here so you can see the good difference of it. She intercepts target attacks which means she's going to resist 70% of the damage dealt, and then if the damage is below a certain threshold, she resists 100% of the damage. So it's really good. It's the difference between this and Shadow Step is that she's not going to retaliate. There's no damage done back, but you can cascade against Spider-Woman for do a 10-hit cascade, just one into another, to another, to another, to another, and she's just going to keep taking 70 to 100% less of that damage because that countdown's out there. Whereas Electras are just traps, and each trap gets triggered each time you do damage to her. So she can only, I want to say, make 4 of those traps. I could be off. It would be 4 or 5 at the best. But point is, she can only take so many hits before all her traps are gone. So you can bust through her defense, if albeit it will hurt when you do it. Spider-Woman won't hurt you back, but she'll just tank it for a long time. 4 turns in this case. Right now I keep it at 3 because taking less damage is more than enough. Her purple and red are, in my opinion, a better spend. Her red, I'll go that one next because this is probably the one I value probably least on her abilities, but it's still worth noting. It's silly expensive at 14 red. I don't think it deserves to be 14 red expensive, but here we are. It does a very good amount of damage, and it deals damage to the entire team as well, to the rest of the enemies, and stuns a random enemy for 3 turns. In this case, it will stun Electra if we can get it off. Problem is, this is like almost double the cost of Electra's red, and if she gets that ballet out first, we're never going to get the red because she'll just keep stealing red. So it's another reason why Spider-Woman is inferior to Electra in this case. If we can get the 14 red before she gets enough for ballet, great. We'll probably win just with this hit alone, but I can't bank on it. I almost should bring up the Seeking Redemption just because of that thought alone, but the idea of doing a one-hit kill with that red is really tempting. And then finally, this is probably my favorite power of hers, is To Love and Fear. You get a choice when you fire this power off, and it is only 8. It's actually pretty cheap, as far as her powers go. You can do Love, which it'll choose 6 enemy special tiles and just remove them. Doesn't destroy them. It doesn't match them or anything like that. It just removes them. They're gone, which is nice because that anything that's enemy controlled, gone. Countdowns, repeaters, invisibility tiles, gone. But I like the Fear version better because I do like the straight up damage portion of it. I like the end the fight, creates 4 trap tiles that deal basically in this case 10,000 damage if matched by the enemy, and that's each one of them. So if you happen to match 2 of them, well, it has to be the enemy. They have to be matched by the enemy. If the enemy matches 2 of them at one thing, that's 20k damage. Obviously, it's 10k per trap. 4 of those are out there. Enemy has to match them, not destroy them, not remove them. They have to be matched. That's the bad part. But it's a lot of damage. You get 4 of them out there. This is the reason I like her purple a lot. You can end things quickly. So, I'm not going to put any supports. I'm just going to run this like this. There's a very good chance that we can lose this fight because Electra has similar powers and are cheaper. So she can get up and running and start stealing my AP and putting out Shadow Steps to thwart our chances. But this is what we do. Let's give it a shot, show you how Spider-Woman can try to go toe-to-toe with Electra. Let's put on the character effects. Okay. So if you've been listening to my monologue long enough, you know that there's certain colors that are more important than others. I don't want her to get any of her colors if I can help it, but if you look around this board right now, I can point out a black match, I can point out a purple match, I can point out a red match, I can point out another red match. I mean, no matter what I do, she's going to get something. So I might as well get a little bit of something and do as much damage as I can while doing it, right? This also forces her hand to take that team up on the left, because computers can't resist the team up. I mean, well, not the team up, but the match 4. So it kind of forced her to take that, and she's not going to get all those other matches I pointed out. Once again, there's a team up of 4 on the left. I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to let her take that. She'll get 2 more black and 1 more red to use. She's already got 0 red, so it's nothing much. She doesn't have a lot of black. She's not ready to do that yet. Meanwhile, I can stockpile. I think in this case, I will take the purple. Okay, so now there's a red on the upper left. And there's a red down here. Basically, she's going to get something. What do I leave her with is the question. It's going to be red one way or the other, but maybe I can twist the fate in my favor. Oh, yeah, I can do that. Actually, if I match this red, if I put that one up, it'll make a team up of 4 in the middle. And she'll have to match that. Make the opponent match what you want them to match when you can. This is going to be a hard fight, so I'm going to basically put her right there. There you go. Now I got to take the match 5, because it's a match 5 for crying out loud. We've almost got our 8 purple. I could do that on the right over there right now. But if you notice, there's a match 4 of green on the right. If I leave that alone, she has to take that green. She'll only gain 1 red and 1 purple out of that. So I could do a lot more. I could theoretically... I think I can line myself up a match 5, actually. Trying to look to see if the numbers match up. But if I've matched this green downwards, that'll cascade into the yellow. That'll bring the blacks on down. That'll be a vertical match 5 of blacks, but that would set her up. She would definitely take that over the greens. I guess out of all these things, I guess I'll just take this black over here. Yeah, let's do that. It's a little risky playing like this, because if she takes that match 4 and it just falls into place, then, you know, she's going to probably get the upper hand on me. But the good thing is there's 7 different colors that fall with every tile. You know, you don't know what's going to fall. And sometimes you just play the odds. I think I'm going to take that red that's in the upper right. I'm not sure there's a better match right now. I kind of want to take that black. I think I should take the black, actually, the more I look at it. Because look at her shadow step. It costs 10. She's at 6. She's very close to getting it. Ah, man. But then again, how far am I away? I'm 2 match 3s of red away. Maybe that's probably what I need to do. Okay, I'm going to gamble. I'm going to take the red. She'll take the black. As long as she doesn't get 1 more black. Whew. Oh, there's my red. That's all I needed to see. So this is game, but thankfully just in time. That next black match right there on the right means she would put out her trap tiles. That's going to be very annoying to get through. If she takes the purple over there in the upper left, she's going to plant those really cheap and easy strikes, which isn't a hindrance right now, but it can become one if she gets enough to convert them. That'd be really strong. But whatever, we got the red we needed, and you're done. Playing the match 4 game is a big deal. Play the computer's AI, their intelligence level for it. They're gonna make a match 4 whenever it's presented. So if you make it a green, team up, yellow, something that she can't use, you'll get the upper hand. You just gotta keep playing that angle. And that's it. That's honestly everything I had planned for today, because, well, I mean, I kind of planned for this, but Electro's not in there yet. We'll wait patiently. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you soon. Later, guys.